When I was 10, I used to cry in the corner of our house and write on the walls in red ink. Mama, where are you? Why did you leave us? My mother hadn't abandoned us. She was lost inside her own mind. This is the story of how I lost her and how love brought her back to me. My name is Daniel Carter, and when I was 10, I learned that love doesn't always come dressed in hugs and lullabies sometimes. It comes in pieces, stitched back together with tears and time. My mother, Evelyn, was the heart of our family. She smelled of cinnamon and roses, sang lullabies while folding laundry, and made the world feel safe with just her presence. But something happened. Slowly at first, then all at once. She stopped smiling, stopped singing. Her eyes no longer sparkled. She began talking to people who weren't there, whispering, pacing, staring at walls like they were portals to another world. Doctors called it schizophrenia. I didn't know what that meant. All I knew was she was gone, even though she was standing right in front of me. Eventually, she was taken to live with her brother, Uncle Paul, a quiet man who lived on the other side of town. Dad said it was for her own safety and ours, but I didn't understand. To me, it felt like abandonment. I used to sit alone in the corner of our living room, the same spot where she used to read stories to me, and I'd weep. I didn't want my siblings to see, but my heart was too small to hold the weight. There was a red marker I found one day in a drawer. I took it and wrote on our walls. Big letters. Messy ones. Mama, where are you? Why did you leave us? When will you come back? I can't forget you. The walls of our house became my diary. My grief screamed silently through crimson letters. One day, my older sister Sophie saw it. She didn't scold me. She just hugged me tightly and whispered, I miss her too. Later that evening, she told Dad. He read the words on the wall in silence. Then, without saying anything, he picked up the phone. 2 days later, Mom came home. It wasn't forever, just for a short stay. But for those few precious days, she was there. And suddenly, the world was warm again. We laughed. We ate her favorite soup. She combed my hair and told me bedtime stories, broken, stuttering stories, but they were hers. And then the goodbye came again. The morning she was to return to Uncle Paul's house, something inside me broke. By afternoon, I was burning with fever. The fever hit me like a wave of fire, chills, shivers, hallucinations. For 15 days, I lay in bed, too weak to move, barely able to speak. Doctors came. Medicines were given. But nothing worked except her. My mother didn't leave. She sat by my side, day and night. She spooned soup into my mouth, dabbed my forehead with wet cloths, whispered prayers in my ears. I remember waking up in the middle of the night, seeing her silhouette lit by the moonlight. Her face calm, but heavy with worry, never moved far from mine. It was like her love burned hotter than the fever itself. She gave me water when I was too tired to ask. She held my hand through every shiver, every nightmare. For 15 days, her illness took a back seat because her child needed her. And slowly, my fever broke. I opened my eyes one morning to find her asleep in the chair, still holding my hand. But love, as I learned, isn't always enough to stop the storm inside someone's mind. She had to return. That goodbye was harder than the first. I didn't cry this time, not because it hurt less, but because I knew now she hadn't abandoned us. She was fighting a war no one could see. Months passed, then years. She went through therapy, medication, support, and then after 2 long years she came home. For good. It wasn't the same Mama. She was different, quieter, sometimes lost in thought. But she was there, and I never wrote on the walls again. Now I write in journals, in stories, in letters to people who feel forgotten. I write for every child who has whispered, Mama, where are you? Because I know the pain of waiting. But I also know the power of love. Mental illness can break a family, but love, patience, and understanding can rebuild it. If you've ever missed someone who wasn't themselves anymore, if you've cried in silence like Daniel, share this story. Someone needs to know they're not alone, and healing is possible.